Greetings fellow humans, 'tis I, Local Cryptid. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to go over my top tips for succeeding in the Survival Freelance playlist on Destiny 2. With any luck, these should help my fellow solo and casual players reach that ever-elusive legend rank in competitive. My first tip is to avoid playing on Friday and Saturday nights, as these are the times when Trials of Osiris is likely to be at its busiest. You may be thinking, but all the real sweaty players will be in Trials. Surely that makes my life easier. You're half right. Yeah, a lot of the real tryhards are going to be playing Trials, but so are a lot of casuals. You need a good ratio of sweaty to casual to get the best matchups in Survival. In fact, the same goes for Iron Banner. Banner sucks all of the casual players away from the other Crucible playlists, leaving only the most dedicated of Survival players just waiting to flex on you. In my experience, these players tend to filter back sometime around Sunday afternoon, but the best bang for your buck has got to be a Tuesday or Wednesday, right in that middle time when there's no trials on. Time of day is also an important factor when you play Survival, especially as a solo player. I know it's not accessible to everyone, I know, but my best results have always been when I've played late morning into early afternoon, at least as a European player. It could just be anecdotal, I certainly don't have a lot of data to back it up, but it just feels like my matchups are a little easier when everyone is at work, if it's a weekday, or doing their usual weekend errands. My next tip is to maintain your win streaks as much as possible. So here's some maths for you. At Mythic, you gain about 40 glory points per win, not including your streaks. But if you lose at Mythic, you're likely to drop around 68 points. It's not as harsh as when loss streaks were a thing in the playlist, but 1 or 2 losses can easily wipe out your gains if you're not careful. Now there's a few things to consider here. First, always play at least one warm-up match in another playlist before jumping into Survival. I personally go with Elimination, but Rumble isn't a bad shout either. Second, if you get a streak going, don't stop playing. Keep that streak going as long as possible while you've got a bit of heat. You never know when you'll get that kind of stretch again, and it's best to take advantage when you can. And third, if you get 2 losses in a row, call it quits. Right then and there. That's the end of the streak, and any losses at that point could completely wipe out your gains. Oh, but I've got one more left in me. No. But I want to hit fabled this session. No. But I'm so close to the next rank. Especially no. In fact, getting close to a major rank like fabled or mythic is an especially good time to quit, because A, any losses could drag you all the way back to the bottom of that rank, and B, stopping close to a major rank might mean that your bonus glory for the week might tip you over the edge after reset. Tip number 4 is to play the meta. This shouldn't be a hard sell, but you've got to go into Survival with your best possible loadout. Not whatever weapons you've picked up in strikes lately, not some off-the-wall loadout you came up with at breakfast, especially not whatever flavor of the month loadout is getting thrown around by us YouTubers. Looking at you, Heart of Darkness. Your primary is going to be an especially important pick, because you'll be using it the most often. Now, 120 and 140 RPM hand cannons are having a moment right now, so consider perhaps Criminal's Dagger, Steady Hand, or Dire Promise if you can get the rolls, and Ace of Spades or Thorn if you're leaning towards an exotic. Pulses are also doing well, with my picks being No Time to Explain and Stars in Shadow, but Vigilance Wing is still a shout if you're kicking it old school. And if you're really toxic, which I know you are, cause I am too, Gnawing Hunger is definitely still a viable option if you fancy rocking an auto rifle. As for special weapons, it's shotguns and sniper rifles all the way down. Felwinter's Lie and the 7th Seraph CQC-12 are obvious picks for the former, with Adored being my weapon of choice for the latter. Only a handful of heavy weapons really stand out to me in the what dumb weapons have killed me lately department. Most notable inclusions on this list are Wardcliff Coil and the Commemoration Machine Gun from Deepstone Crypt. But I am seeing more grenade launchers as of late too, with Season 12's Blast Batu being an obvious choice because it's more farmable. As for exotic armor, I always lean towards what is going to give you the most value in your neutral game. One-Eyed Mask and Heart of Inmost Light are obvious choices for Titans. Mask of Bacchus is doing the work for Hunters. Transversive Steps is a pretty safe choice for Warlocks, but always go with your gut and find something that complements your weapon choices. And when you've picked something you like, stick with it. Don't get tilted and change your loadout after one match. Keep one loadout for a whole session at least so that you can get better with it. Constantly chopping and changing means you never settle into the best habits with any one loadout. Now I know some people will tell you, change it up based on the map, but let's be real. If you were that flexible with your loadout, you probably wouldn't need this guide now, would you? Now all of these tips are going to help you get the best out of your game even before you start a match. But there's one golden rule that'll help you once you've got your boots on the ground, and that is to stick with your team. I don't mean y'all should be holding hands. I'm not saying stick so close together that a well-timed shatter dive can wipe you all in one. I'm saying stick close enough together that you can support each other. Be able to collapse in on your enemies if a teammate gets an early pick. Be close enough to team shot their supers instead of getting picked off one by one. This is especially important in freelance when you're likely not going to have that team chat going. But even if you've got a regular team, this is a solid habit to get into, and it will let you develop a style of flanking and aggressive play later on once you've gelled together for a little while. If you're dwindling in the lower glory ranks, maybe you can't get past Fabled, much like myself for the past few seasons, I assure you that applying these tips will help you make that much needed progress and get you closer to that elusive legend rank in survival. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, it would really help me out a great deal if you hit the like button on your way out. If you want to see more of my videos, the one on screen right now is the video that the YouTube algorithm seems to think you'll most enjoy. And for more high concept space adventures, don't forget to subscribe. That's all from me. I'll see you later. And hey, thanks for hanging out.